But we're just chilling at home. You're just there quiet and boring. Why?
I have been called boring by my wife. Hello and welcome back to MaNaPaTau Chronicles. Again, this is the final Q&A. Let's go quickly into it. So, kuna zile race, kuna zile mbio. Let's go quickly into it. Was acting what you wanted to do as a career? Where did you start your acting career, and what advice would you give someone who wants to start but doesn't know how to? And what has inspired you in acting, especially in perfecting your acting skills? Isn't a question start to nimezi combine, so I can quickly run through it, yeah?
I think you even touched on it.
Yeah, we touched on another video. So, was acting what you wanted to do as a career? Not really. I did not know what I wanted to do when I was growing up. First, I wanted to be a lawyer, then I wanted to be a scientist, then I wanted to be a mathematician, then I wanted to be a researcher because I wanted to discover the cure for HIV. That was when I was a child growing up. And then life gives you the, unaona, hey, okay, yes, okay, all right. So,
life gives you the what? What's that?
So what happened was I ended up in acting. I had been acting ever since I was like 4 years old. So I didn't know that I wanted to venture into this as a career because I didn't know the career opportunities for it, especially in Kenya. I knew when I was watching TV series, especially a series called Hollywood Cinema Highlights. When I was cinema, lafuka inaitwaje
so performative.
Limousine ya black inafanya alafu ma lights ikiti. I remember watching that on KBC.
Are you shocked and surprised you're in the industry you're in? I mean, you're very performative. Your personality is very performative.
Yeah, well, really accept too. So when I ended up where I ended up, I said, right, cool. So,
why aren't you like this with me?
Like how?
Like this is somebody I meet only when we are shooting.
Because you don't consume it. Even when I do give you the guju, Matt, relax, I'm having a serious conversation.
No.
So, when you do that?
I only do that in moments where we're having a serious conversation and I need you to be serious and you're trying to be. Those are the only moments that you bring in your bubbly, performative personality. But we're just chilling at home. You're just there quiet and boring. Why?
I have been called boring by my wife.
Part of you.
The question was about my career. Now I am being called a boring person.
You are so boring at home with me.
I always say this.
I don't want you to perform.
Okay, let me tell you this.
But I want you to be bubbly and I want to see this.
Because I'm sure my mom is also watching this, and my mom has also complained the same thing that you're complaining about. Okay, not complaining, but stated these facts as well.
It's a fact. It's very different.
I will say this. When I'm performing, I'm performing. And it's the job. And at times, you just want to be away from work. You just want to chill. You just want to be yourself. You just want to be in your thoughts. You will have moments, yes, where you'll be excited and share that excitement once in a while. Are you trying to say that I don't share excitement once in a while? Are you seriously saying I don't share excitement once in a while? She has disowned me. It is fine. Sawa. Yeah. So, because even my mama said the same thing, but I explained this.
Of course, I don't expect you to be performative.
Every time.
I understand that when you're home, you're home.
Yeah.
But I mean, changamsha nyumba hata.
Mimi huchangamsha nyumba hapa.
Watu wachangamke bana.
Nani si gash ucheka jokes zangu kila wakati. Wewe ndio zinagonga ukuta. No, it's a you problem. It's not a me problem.
Oh my God, we've digressed so far.
Anyway, was acting what you wanted to do as a career? Not really. I ended up in it and I love it. Where did you start your acting career, and what advice would you give to someone who wants to start but doesn't know how to? Where did I start? I remember professionally, I started doing traveling theater immediately after high school. And from there, things just took its course as things advanced according to what was available to us at the time. Right now, people can start anywhere. You can start at home with your child. You can start at home with your mom or with your best friend. Apparently, a cartoon comedian. Just we were in any effect. Yeah, in any suffocate. Just started with her friend using her phone. And that's it. see where she is right now. It just takes one moment, just one moment. And you can be sure that that was the best video she thought she had done, because she had done like a long clip. It was very long. But somebody just took that small section, shared it on social media, went viral, and that's it. Her star is now going like that. You know, so start with what you have, where you are, and do what you can. That's all I can say. All right?
Good advice.
What has inspired you in acting, especially in perfecting your skills? I can't say I really have perfected yet, but I know practice makes perfect. You're asking to practice what? Do whatever you're doing many times over. That way, if you're called in your sleep to do something, you can quickly do it. And then read a lot, watch a lot of, right now, if watu wanasema wako na laziness ya kusoma sawa, watch a lot of YouTube videos. There are a lot of questions you can ask on YouTube, and you can get answers on how to improve your skills in acting. Some exercises that you need to employ to be able to, you know, master the craft and things like that. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. What is the one thing that motivates you to keep going? I think I should ask you that to answer.
Why?
What is the one thing that motivates you to keep going? Si mimi nimejibu yangu hapo mzima.
It's a couple of things. I can't say it's one thing.
Okay, so what
Some days
motivates
it's this, some days it's the other, sometimes it's both of them, sometimes it's half of it. My family, of course. I mean, I have to keep going for my son, I have to keep going for my husband. There is also my mom, I have to keep going for my mom. I mean, there's so many factors that help me get out of bed, but I'd say the biggest motivator would be, I am, every time I look in the mirror, that is the girl that, there's a woman that I can't let down. And she's constantly haunting me constantly, giving me that eye that, girl, you really have to do better.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say is what motivates me.
I was about to say the same thing. Self. The self. Because it starts with you. You have to push yourself for yourself first.
Yep.
And not for anybody else. Because let the rest be beneficiaries of who you are and what you are.
Oh, we were brought up with this culture and mentality of giving to self is selfishness.
It's selfishness, exactly.
Which is untrue. I really want to blame religiosity.
Yeah,
for that.
because it is that religion that actually says, no, it's actually the Bible that says, Jesus said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. For you to love your neighbor, you have to love yourself first, so that you can know what capacity do I have of love to self, so that I can share it with my neighbor.
But mostly I feel it starts even with the family setup. In a family setup, whenever a person seems to be putting themselves first, beyond the others, they are demonized.
Yeah.
We've always had that one well-off auntie who doesn't seem to interact with the rest of the family, or one uncle who is always alienated. Now that I've grown up, I'm like, no. These are people who actually put themselves first, enriched themselves, made sure that they have done well for their lives before they put the other people, and that became a problem in the family setup. They were ostracized, they were demonized, they were maringo and all that. When actually the people who gave everything to family first are now regretting at later years when you have nothing to show. You spent all your younger years, all your monies, all your resources giving into other family members. When now the table time is much spent, there is no longer
You don't have the same energy.
You're alone. The people you help bring up are doing very well for themselves. You've been left with nothing. That is where I have a struggle with the setup of.
And there's a difference. There's a difference between loving yourself and there's a difference between doing things for yourself and doing things for yourself at the expense of others. That expense of others is what is being shunned. Definitely. Don't step on others so as to get to where you want to get to, okay? Kama chakula ni sahani moja imebaki kwa nyumba na mko watu wawili wanahitaji kukula, usiseme I'm going to put myself first and then you eat that one plate of food. No, you need to share. Kula yako, uachie mwingine akule yake. For example, okay? Because you will be taking care of yourself and you will be taking care of the other person. But don't also say, mimi sitakula. Yet unajua usipokula hiyo chakula, hautapata nguvu ya kufanya kitu fulani. Useme, shika wewe, kula, mimi nitakuwa sawa. Lakini kwa akili yako unajua utaumia. Hapana. We need to take care of ourselves so we can be able to take care of others. That's a lesson I learned for myself at a very interesting time in my life, where I was putting somebody's needs first, to the point that it drained me of joy, it drained me of happiness, and I did not know that that was what was happening until I was out of that situation, and then I realized, oh my goodness, I had actually changed from the kind of person that I was to the kind of person that I should be. So, what motivates you to keep going? Number one, me. And the fact that, what about me what is it about me that motivates me to keep going? The fact that I have purposed and I have intended to be impactful, to be of positive influence to somebody out there, to either be my child, my wife, or you that is watching this video. I selfishly want that for myself. And there's nothing wrong with that. That I want to do something good for somebody else. Me, I want that, and I'm not afraid to say I want that. I know I want that. Next question. Not a question, but a compliment. I like how you take care of your family.
Thank you.
Thank you. Marcus huwa anakuonea kama mtu serious kweli. To Marcus, I am Daddie. And Daddie plays, punishes Marcus, buys Marcus things, and Daddie takes away things from Marcus. So I'm his father. Whether serious or not, he knows when things are serious, and he knows when he can just come and jump up on my head. That he definitely knows. Same thing that, okay, with mommy and nakoga kichwa ngumu kidogo. But the boy is the boy. The boy is the boy. Okay? The parenting journey is interesting, and it's one we have not yet fully delved into. That's why we so far have not been talking much about parenting, because we've just started out, and we know there is a lot more that we are going to face. So we are not kama hiyo ndio kitu moja, yani ile unasema hiyo usiseme mengi, kwa sababu kuna kitu itakuja hapo hivyo ibadilishe perspective sana ile drastically.
Oops.
Ile sana ile drastically unasema
maybe this is not what
this is not what we should be saying can be the way. But so far, as at where we are, we thank God. We've made our mistakes, we've had our successes. It is what it is.
Actually, it is what it is.
Aya, what do you wish you knew with your previous relationship?
I don't even remember. It's so funny, it's so weird that it was a very traumatic experience. But now that it has passed and it's been many years, it seems like an illusion. It seems like
a dream.
Like a dream. Like I wasn't really in a relationship with somebody for 1 year by myself. So I would say what it taught me.
You in a relationship with somebody for 1 year by yourself?
Yeah, I was mimi nilikuwa in a relationship alikuwa anapita. So I'd say what it taught me was what? Resilience. Resilience and choosing myself first, because it was until I actually chose myself. I'm a big poster card person for choose yourself. Whether in family, whether in a relationship, whether in every setup, you must always come first. Always, okay, so you take take care of yourself. Yeah. You must be your number one priority.
Yes, you have you. If you let yourself down, imagine nobody else will take care of you.
You must be your number one priority. Now you can imagine I was not my number one priority and I was with a predator. Oh my goodness, it was a traumatic experience, but I thank God that now it's just an illusion. Maybe time really does heal all wounds.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you wish you knew?
I wish I really knew how to just put myself first. And listen to my gut. Like, my gut is always right. That is one characteristic that most of the people who have interacted with me know I am very sixth sensey. I really have a hold on things before they actually happen. And I knew from the get-go this was wrong. Every fiber of my being was just like, what are we doing? Like everything was vibrating in the opposite direction. Like, girl, what are you doing? What are we doing here? I wish that actually taught me to listen to my gut more. My gut is always right. I'm not bragging. My gut is always right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good that you acknowledge that. What do I wish I knew in my previous relationship? I don't really know how to answer this. I just know that I have no regrets with whatever I went through in my previous relationship because they made me better for who I am now. Every bad thing, every good thing that happened taught me things that I am employing now, or I am doing differently now, or equipped me for who I am now. I always say we are all sum totals of our past experiences.
I think it's also perspective and how to take situations and how they affect you.
Yeah.
It sounds like your previous relationship taught you what to be. Mine taught me what not to be.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Actually, both. It's more.
Mine was a reflection of this. I never
for you.
ever want to
For you,
be like
not
this.
I get you.
In my life.
I get you.
Never ever again.
Like you changed gears.
Completely.
180-degree turn.
Yeah.
Different direction.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is what I'd say.
Yeah.
But
For me,
yours
it's more
is
of,
positive.
It's more
because
of usipitie hapa, usifanye hivi. This is what is the best thing to do. This is what works.
you took your experience positively.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Next question. What challenges do you meet on your daily basis?
Based on what?
What challenges don't we meet on our daily basis?
Especially we are at a time, I would say I am at a time in my life where I can't even fathom how there's a time where nikikula ugali ninalala na ni hivyo.
As in?
Like my mind was just on day by day. Day by day. Like what was that? That was what?
So this is what adulting has made us discover. That when you go to bed at night, you are thinking of, where am I going to be tomorrow?
Yes.
What am I going to do tomorrow? And is whatever I'm going to do
Be propagating me further
is
forward?
it going to take me forward or back? And is it going to help me get to the next 3 months with my mind safe and easy, knowing I have work, I have expenses taken care of, and I have savings that I can make, and I have investments that can give me returns. As in 2 years ago, actually it is 2 years ago, even before Marcus came, call it 4 years ago, ilikuwa tu niaje msupa, safi ye, kwenda job, anaingia kwake anafikiria kazi, mimi naingia kwangu nafikiria kazi, tunapatana jioni, tunaingia kwa nyumba,
watch movies.
Tuna watch movie kitu gani? Kwanza ilikuwa over Obela Chao, haiko Obela Chao, ilikuwa Narcos. Marcus was made of a Narcos.
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. Mommy and Daddy, I'm sorry.
Na hiyo ndio ilikuwa kazi. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa kazi. Asubuhi, jioni. Ama weekend. Sasa zingine ni weekend. The whole weekend kwa nyumba, asubuhi naamka, the next day unaenda kazi.
Your mind is not, I don't know.
Why? I think also it's the fact.
A total shift in my mindset. I cannot recognize that woman, reconcile that woman.
And quite
who
honestly,
I am today.
I think what happened was, in our year of luck, because 2018 to 2019 was our year of luck.
And even part of 2020.
A better part of the beginning, like first 3 months of 2020.
Yeah.
So I think tulianzia ku receive Kenya tulipata, Kenya tulianza kupanda November of 2019, tulianza kupata March 2020. Yeah.
So you think that had an impact in our thought processes and it made us grow up?
That made us grow up. Okay, that made me grow up. Because you had been in employment, no longer there. I had been in employment, no longer there.
We have a child.
Even after the office employment, I had the acting employment where it was on long term, or directing employment, which was long term, or script writing
None of
employment,
those
which was long term,
Not
and then zote zikakatika pap.
It really makes you sit and, but I mean, had we not gone through that, we wouldn't be able to be doing what we are doing now.
Yes, that opened our minds.
Yeah.
Like, it thrust us proper into thinking outside the box and deciding and planning and being deliberate, being very, very deliberate about the paths that we are taking. And then with time, that started becoming a norm, and then it started becoming now.
This is our life.
The first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning is open your eyes. Yeah, that's become it. The first thing you open, you do when you wake up in the morning is think, tukoaje?
Tunaelekea wapi? Tunafanya nini?
Yeah.
We are in a mental state of constantly thinking, constantly figuring out, constantly trying to be creative, thinking like even years ahead. I mean, we are thinking even in terms of decades, like a decade from here, where will we be? Can you imagine 2 years back that wasn't on our mind? I don't know what was wrong with us. So anyway,
it's not that there was something wrong with us, because there are people who are still there. They are not worried. It's not really a worry.
Is there a need to be a shift in your life to help you?
That shift will catapult you towards thinking in terms of that.
I can't believe I'm thinking a decade after now where I will be. That is on my mind, literally, and I'm planning for it. That is crazy to me.
Because we don't want to again, we mentioned it in the previous video, we don't want to play catch up again.
Yeah.
We want to, the space where we are at, we had not been here for a very long, actually we had never been the space at where we got to. And we don't want to lose this space. So we want to always be, think about what next, at nobody's expense, by the way. And at nobody's expense.
It's so real. At some point, for like a period of 2 weeks, this guy was like reclusive. Alikuwa like in a cocoon of now creatively thinking, where are we taking this MaNaPaTau brand to? That is where we are mentally. Definitely with such a mindset and us being constantly thinking like that, we're going to experience challenges, because on top of that, we have to do life. We have to be parents. We have to be one another's spouses. Like, challenges is a balance, and make sure that we strike a balance between planning and executing and also living life. Challenges ni mob, but I guess we are still here.
Yeah. The next question. What's your best TV show?
You know me, I like horror. And I also like Narcos. I also like Bella Ciao.
Yeah.
So what is my best TV show? Family Guy. Like, I like so many. Vampire Diaries, originals.
So for me, I have forgotten.
Oh, yes!
I have forgotten enjoying TV shows. Because if I am to say the best, like a series that I'd enjoy for myself, I will talk about series that were relevant 3 or 2 years ago. I'll talk about The Daily Show. I'll talk about Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. I'll talk about The Flash. Talk about Arrow. Talk about How to Get Away with Murder, ambayo imeisha sasa. Za kitambo. These new ones that have come up, I'll talk about Money Heist. Na Money Heist ni ya kitambo. Narcos ni ya kitambo. Anything that has just started this 2020 or 2019 only.
There is absolutely no time for you.
I don't have time for new shows because I'm also busy trying to see if I will eventually create my own TV show. And
you will.
And
you will,
it's
Marto.
hard. Oh my God. It's so hard because I will sit down, I will see a TV show, people have talked about it, but I'll still sit down and watch an episode of Friends. Because I'd rather that or an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm not just watching it to watch it. I'm watching it as a creative. How did they do it this way? Because that's the other thing. My watching has been ruined by me being a creator.
You're seeing how they did this, how they did that.
How did they do that?
Yeah.
How did they manage to think of it this way? You know, something like that. And it is hard.
But it has to be done.
But it has to be done.
Yes, this is their decade to do this. I mean, can you imagine?
So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that it is tough.
Nobody said it was going to be easy.
Yeah, and it should, well, easy come, easy go.
Nothing worth having is easy.
Exactly, exactly. Why do you like putting your hand in your pocket when you stand?
Huyu ni mtu anakujua.
Yes, Joy Rock Chica, Fuse It KE, na kuona sana. Maswali za...
Kwa nini unapenda kuweka mifuko ndani? Ati mifuko, mikono.
Mikono ndani ya mfuko ni... Sometimes, it's not even a thing. It's not even a thing. It's not even a thing. Until you put your hand in your pocket when you stand, it's not even a thing. Hizo ni maneno tu alitoa mahali. Anyway, love how you are real and how you celebrate the small joys in your life. Would you enthrall us with more skits? Yes. Oh, first of all, thank you.
Thank you so much for supporting us and watching our content.
Yes, and the skits have been back. They are back. Yes?
Yes.
They are back. They are back. Oh, and I am, let me tell you, I am enjoying Gokia Wana. Hey! Being stupid, I am enjoying.
I actually can tell.
Yeah.
Like, despite the lots of work it is, you are enjoying being back to setting up and the stress and like you are happy.
Yeah.
I can tell you're happy, yeah.
Yeah, because I thrive off of making people happy.
No, I'm talking about our content creation.
I know.
The skits that we've been filming quite a bit recently. And I've noticed you're really enjoying the process and
because
excited.
Let me tell you, the creation process, what excites me about the creation process is the end product and what impact the end product will have. I look towards, I aspire to see that end. So I enjoy this process because I know the destination.
Because I even noticed that time period where we were not doing skits, you were always like, man, we need to go back to shooting. We need to go back to creating content.
That space of when we're not doing anything and me trying to figure out what we should do was very important.
My concern is, will we always do this?
What?
The skits. We ride till the wheels fall off.
We will always create content. The format of the content we create might change, but we will continue creating content. You guys consider putting your whole wedding video on YouTube. Hiyo ni yetu.
It's quite long.
It is very long.
We'll be here all day.
Probably what we can do
is a reaction video for it.
Not even a reaction video for it.
I think we should react to the video.
We are going to do this.
Give the specific moments. So for this to happen, this had to happen a few days ago. I think
that's what we are going to do. We are going to share tidbits, just some sweet sections of the video. Of course, share the trailer. The trailer is already available online. So that one is a video that we shall do soon.
We should.
Remember that. Always remind us to do that one. Last two questions. How did you get to where you are? You are really my role model. Thank you very much.
Isn't it amazing? I just want to say this.
Yeah.
In your mindset right now, no, not even struggling. It feels like you're on the first few steps towards this huge ladder that you need to climb. To somebody else, they are looking to you.
Up,
Life is full of perspectives, and
this is true.
It's so weird.
I mean, I have people I look up to. I will learn lessons, yes, from people who are not where I am at. My mom actually asked me once, who's your role model? And I've always given the same answer. I have none. Because I draw my lessons from very many people. There are people that I will look up to for a specific thing. Because eventually I'd want to host the Oscars. The day will come. Who knows? Who knows? You know?
May I live to see that day?
Yes, because there's a lot that I want to accomplish for myself. How did you get to where you are? A lot of hard work, perseverance, prayer, and just thanking God for having the right people in your life. Because believe me, I don't know how this eventually ended up with us doing this together as we're doing it, because
you know how it ended up.
No. I'm saying the fact that this idea came with you. When I was with you, I was able to execute these ideas when I was with you, because I have been with somebody. These ideas
came with me.
No, I'm saying it this way. The fact that I was with you, at the time I was with you, we went through, the struggle that we went through when I was with you, my mind was pushed towards thinking some things when I was with you, and that you accommodated the idea even though you had no idea whatsoever what this was. And you see, what that for me was, you are a canvas, a blank canvas, ready to be painted on.
I keep telling people I am not a good actress. I just have a really great director, or I just have somebody who knows how to bring that out of me.
Yeah. So because you are a blank canvas, you are ready and willing to learn. You are ready to absorb. You're ready to accept. Sometimes with growing pains here and there. I have dated people who are actresses who would have thought this,
it never
but
crossed
it
your
never
mind,
crossed my mind
that has been
at that time to do that.
Wonder for
because
me.
we'd always think of shooting pilots, doing TV shows, because that's where our minds were limited to at the time.
Yeah.
That's what the environment was offering us at the time. Shoot a TV show, take it to TV, nani hivo, you know. Right now, we have the power to shoot our content, put out our content, have our eyeballs, celebrate our joys when people enjoy that, and do something else quickly, you know. So I thank God that we found each other. Yeah.
Oh, that is actually sweet.
Yeah, it is true. Last question. Your advice to somebody to someone in his or her 20s. Don't be so hard on yourself.
You'll figure this out, just be consistent.
Yeah.
Imagine the people who
Make
have
your
been
mistakes.
successful.
Make
It's
your
just people who have
mistakes.
stuck it out.
Yes.
Through bad nini. Okay,
Oh,
nikubaya,
yes.
but ana stick to hapo.
Yes.
That is the formula for success.
And then-
Hakuna nini sijui which one sijui kukoroga which formulas. Just stick it out, be consistent.
Though there is sticking it out in the wrong thing, but then again, that's where you need the serenity prayer. That you might learn to use serenity prayer in a word.
Lord help me accept the things that I can't change, and give me strength to change the things
that I can,
and the wisdom to know the difference.
Okay, yes. So you might be doing the wrong thing, but then
you're being so consistent.
You're being so consistent in it, but you will never know. But somehow it says, I don't know, somehow the universe will always show you that this is the wrong way to go. I don't know. Actually, you just need a lot of prayer and a lot of luck.
That's, people don't mention this. Sometimes it's just luck. Sometimes siku yako tu imefika. Na hakuna kitu anyone can do about it. Na sometimes tu siku yako haijafika. And there is nothing anybody can do about it.
Yeah.
So,
because you can be consistent with something for so long, nothing gives. For example, you remember the video, oh my guys are ballers?
Yeah.
That video started being popular, I think, it was the beginning of 2020 or 2019, at the end of 2019, yeah? But that video was done at least 4 or 5 years ago.
Imagine.
4 or 5 years ago. Then that is when the guy picked up.
Sometimes it's just not your day or your time, and sometimes it is your day and your time.
This small girl called Emanuela from Marto Comedy has just recently built a house for the mom. Yeah, she had done so many videos, but the one video that was the spark to fame was one where she says, ni mwalimu anamnini alafu anasema, this is not my face, or something like that. I remember the day Jackie Vike just came from being Awinja Nyamwalo, the actress on Papa Shirandula, to Awinja, the celebrity that she is today. I remember those moments, and it only takes one moment.
Just
one shot, like, and it's how consistent you are that will help. Remember the story of Aziad?
Yeah.
Aziad had been doing content for so long. I had even featured in one of her YouTube videos, but I did not remember at all. But when she asked me, I said, hey, I remember, because of course I watched it later. I was like, oh my God, I was in a video with Aziad and I did not remember. She had done a lot of content before, but haiko imefika bado. Then just that one moment. And it is because she had been consistent with her work. At 19, she was consistent with what she'd been doing. So she was able to people were able to see huyu mtu si one hit wonder. Amekuwa akifanya hii kazi, ni venye hii moment yake imefika leo.
This guy, I mean this great Kenyan, why am I forgetting her name? Mwenye amefeaturewa huko majuu. All the huge American celebs follow her.
Elsa Majimbo. Like, and it was hitting the ground running. And it took just one moment. One moment, and the world just bows at your feet.
There's
So
that.
keep doing.
People don't mention that. Consistency, hard work, yes, but there's also that aspect of
luck.
It's your day.
Yeah.
Siku yako imefika,
Yeah.
and nobody can say anything about it.
Yeah.
Now sometimes siku yako haijafika, you just need to relax. There's nothing you can do about it.
Eric Omondi, maze, he recently launched his studio, Eric Omondi Studios. Man, that's my dream as well. It will come one day if I keep being on this path consistent.
We will do great things, my love.
We will.
Trust.
Thank you very much for joining us on MaNaPaTau Chronicles.
Yeah.
It was fantastic having you for this Q&A session. Probably next we are going to do the assumptions video. Who knows? We shall see how it
that
goes.
wedding video thing.
Or even the wedding video. But
It's
be
a good
sure,
idea.
this month, the next month of December, would I enjoy? Till the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.